My dad has always been a tinkerer. He's always loved being able to solve problems and to fix things. Growing up, I don't ever remember a time he took the car in to get an oil change. It was just one of those things he did on his own. Over the course of a few oil changes, he'd slowly fill up this old metal container with the used oil. And the stuff was filthy. It was basically sludge. Once the container was filled, he'd take the old oil and have it recycled. But in the meantime, it would sit against the wall under the eaves outside our garage. And my brother and I would pass by it several times a day. And we had been told expressly and repeatedly to stay away, to keep our distance. Now, one hot summer day when I was about 7 or 8, I remember being shooed outside because, of course, a beautiful day like this just can't be wasted. So as I wandered around hot and bored, I happened to stroll past the old oil bucket. This time I stopped and I took a few steps back. I looked around and there was no one to be seen. My heart started pounding as my toes got so close that they touched the side of the container, and I could see my face reflected in its inky surface. I knew exactly what I shouldn't do. And I did it anyways. I plunged both arms in up to my elbows. It felt so good. Thick, slimy, dirty. The stuff of kids' dreams. It wasn't until I pulled my hands out that I realized the depths of the trouble I was in. That dark muck clung to me even as it dripped from my fingers. I tried to shake it off, but all I did was splash it all over my legs. I tried skimming it from my forearms to no avail. I wiped it on the t-shirt I was wearing, but I couldn't sop enough of it up. I started to panic. As fast as I could, I snuck into the bathroom and I ran the water in the sink and I scrubbed with a bar of soap, but all I managed to do was smear the oil all over myself, all over the white porcelain sink, all over the tiles of the bathroom floor. I turned off the tap and I just stood there. I was in trouble and I needed help. I took a deep breath and I called, "Dad?" The sound reverberated off of the tiles. I could hear his footsteps in the other room and then in the hallway, and as he opened the bathroom door, I burst into tears. I squeezed my eyes shut and raised my hands to show him. I was covered head to toe. I tried to clean up my own mess and I'd only made it worse. Without a word, he took me by the hand and he led me to the kitchen. And from under the sink, he pulled this container, and from it, he squeezed this orange-scented kind of gritty soap into my hands. And then he proceeded to stand there and help me wash away the mess I'd made. I watched as it disappeared down the drain. Sin makes an ungodly mess. It makes a mess of us and the things and the people we use to try to clean it up or to cover it up. It can't simply be gotten rid of unless we're given stronger stuff. And the good news is that if you call on him and ask for help, Jesus has stronger stuff.